What's up, guys? Turksing here, SNS Smithing. Today we're going to go back to the basics. Keep in theme with our beginning tool series that we started coming up with. So we're going to make a leaf out of some 3/8 round bar. We're going to draw out just a standard leaf, and then we're going to draw out the stem, turn it into a little keychain loop or a pendant, however you want to do it. I have a video about making a leaf further back in the channel, but we'll do it again. It's been a minute. That one we didn't do any chisel work in. That one was all just forged to finish, and the cross peen gave it the shape for the veins of the leaf. So on this one we're going to just forge out a general leaf shape, and then we're going to use the chisels and whatnot that we have to form out the veins of the leaf. So for a quick start here, we're just going to take our round bar, we're going to forge a slight taper on our end there. Like so. Established. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to square off a little bit for the bar here, just to make it a little bit easier whenever we go to isolate our material. Just like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get set up for isolating our material that's going to be the leaf versus our stem. So what we're going to do is we're going to hang it off the edge of the anvil, give it a half on, half off blow, turn it 90 degrees, half on, half off, and go back and forth between those two. So now, as you can see, we isolated our main material from where our stem's going to be. So before I draw that down too much here, I'm going to lay it over the diamond. I'm going to forge the center, the apex of our diamond here. I'm going to forge straight down on it. That'll take the center and that raised part of our diamond shape, compressing it, and that will immediately spread out our sides and start giving us the shape and broadness of our leaf. So now that we have our diamond forged down, I can go ahead and start forging out our edges of our leaves. So I can come over almost like beveling out a knife. If you don't have a cross beam, you can hold it over the edge of the anvil somewhere and just forge along that, like forging out a bevel, and that'll draw that out. Same thing on the other side. Or if you have a cross beam, you set it on the anvil, come hit from center and work your way out towards the edges. Center, out towards the edge, center, out towards the edge. That'll draw out your leaf. So now you guys can see we have our leaf here roughly drawn out to shape, and in doing it with the sort of beveling method here, it gives you that center ridge forged in there. So we have our center line. Now I'm just going to true up where our stem comes in, just kind of draw that down a little bit more before we get into detailing up here. Alrighty guys, so I got our first half of our stem all drawn out and rounded off up here. So next thing we're going to do here is I'm going to start taking a small folder we made in a previous video. We made it in the, what was it? The Mystery Steel Challenge, the Blacksmith Store Challenges. So we took something from a Dollar Tree and forged it into a folder. So instead of chiseling out our leaf edges here, I'm just going to use a folder and texture that up real heavy. So I'm going to get it in the forge, lay it over, and just start foldering out a lot of it. So here we go, we got it up with our central ridge going down the center, and then we're just going to take the fuller and walk it up our edges here. Alright, our texturing is all done with the folder here. So, next thing I'm going to do, finish drawing out a little bit, last bit of our stem here, round it up, cut it off, and then we'll curl it up to shape for our keychain loop. So guys, now that we have our leaf forged out here, we have our leaf with all of our textures in there, and then we have our stem. So I'm just going to finish drawing out this thickest part of the stem all the way out, and we'll scroll it up, curl it around for a keychain loop or a pendant, whatever your heart desires. Alrighty guys, so our stem's all drawn out. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little scroll on our end here, and I'm going to just kind of follow the curve that it already has, kind of bring it over, loop it around, and touch it back to itself for our keychain. Alrighty guys, here is it forged up. We have our texturing from our folder in there. We have our center ridge from whenever we did the way we drew it out. We have our keychain loop and a scroll on the end. So next thing, I'm just going to wax it, and then we'll be back for our final bit. Alrighty guys, so here's our leaf all forged up there. See, we have our textured ridges. It's all forged up. We just finished waxing it. So, not too shabby. We have our keychain bit. Now, it's not twisted up. I know a lot of people twist them, but this has just enough spring that you can open it up and put it over a key ring. So this can be an entire key ring that way. So, it's kind of got a little bit of springiness to it there. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And guys, as always, forge your fate.